it got nasty. They took away everything from me. They took away time.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Monsters Lounge. I'm Jeni.
And I'm Tressa.
Listen, Tressa.
Yeah, what's up?
Technical difficulties with our guests, but we're working on it. And yeah, so I thought that maybe we could talk about the weekend or anything else that might be happening.
Oh, you mean like
what's new and strange on TikTok this week? Ghosts and shadows that make your heart beat, videos that twist and bend your mind, secrets in the frame that you gotta find.
Wow, so good. Listen, I'm amazing at these things. But also, I want to tell you about this TikTok guy. So this guy, right? He claims to be a shapeshifter from like government injections from when he was in the military. It's
okay,
crazy.
All right. So like super soldier kind of deal, or what?
Exactly, a super soldier kind of a deal. Let's take a look at one of his videos, shall we?
Yes, please.
Thanks.
It's only like a minute and a half. I'll probably cut it off.
What?
He had like a million hands. Those paramedics are so weirded out.
Surprise there. And look at Kevin James back there.
What?
What?
Okay,
like
I slowed that part down. That wasn't originally in the video.
Like your hands and your elbows being on fire.
Yeah.
You can't even do this fucking.
Oh, there I was gonna say
that.
And like comics, and somebody plowed into the ambulance, and it threw one of the paramedics that I think is a new paramedic and twisted his head backwards and made one of his pant legs like short. It's crazy. I'm sorry, so I'm gonna cut you off. But if you want to go check it out, check it out. Whatever. But wow, he shapeshifted in front of all of us, you and me, and whoever happened to see this visually. I really wanted that to be real because it's weird.
I know. How many followers does this guy have?
I don't know. I don't look at details.
Like this is well, we need details like that because I
Why?
need to know if we need to start making weird AI videos.
Obviously we do. Obviously, yes, we do need to do that.
We really need to get on that.
Fair. His account had a lot. I think it might have had bits and pieces of a documentary about how he's a super soldier, but also
right.
Yes. Question in the front.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
So if videos from a documentary about him being a super soldier that I'm assuming he made.
I'm
right?
assuming. I didn't get a filmmaker credit. Yes, in the front.
Did you get the name of this documentary? Because I feel as if I might want to watch it.
Oh, I thought you were going to come up with a name.
No, but I could.
Yeah, so could I. I'm pretty sure it's called I'm a Super Cool Super Soldier. I don't know for sure if that's right, though.
I feel like that sounds like a very serious and professional title. So
yes, which would only make sense. He also, to be fair, had a lot of ads for what I think might be a novel he's writing about mermaids and stuff that have a lot of AI animation. So I don't know. I don't know if he has any sort of practice in making AI videos. So
what did the mermaids look like in his little AI videos? Were they like your typical?
Yeah. They weren't
Ariel
monkeyfish. They were aerial, gorgeous men and women of the sea.
See, I don't know who came up with this. This doesn't make any sense.
Well, people that want to believe that they could do some marital things with them. That's who. I said marital things. And Christopher Columbus. That's who.
I have so many more questions that just keep happening from questions that I've just asked. Listen, we're not going to get into the story about Christopher Columbus.
Why? It's so funny.
It is so funny, but it's not particularly validated, and I feel like it kind of goes against.
Well, what a great guy he is. Okay, Jeni, settle down.
I mean, I am a big fan.
Yeah.
But I believe, yeah. Anyway, long story short, I feel like the aquatic ape is probably our best idea of what happened to the mermaid. And if there was a mermaid, it would not look anything like anything you would want to meet.
No,
ever.
it'd be terrifying.
It would be terrifying, and it would probably eat you. Is my best guess as well.
We look delicious.
Well, yeah, you really do.
Thank you.
We also looked fantastic at the masquerade ball at the Gettysburg.
Oh, I wish I had pictures to post right now, but I didn't think about it.
Neither did I. We'll have those out at some point.
Listen, that guy had so many fingers. I had to get that down.
Right. Yeah, so many fingers.
So many.
But that's more of a reason to follow us on our social medias. Is to see delightful pictures of us and our activities. Tressa, is our guest here?
He sure is.
That's wonderful. Then I can go ahead and introduce him.
I can now talk more about marital relations with monkeyfish if you want.
Monkeyfish?
No, mermaids.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, I'm going with monkeyfish.
Yes, come on.
Yeah, all right. I'm all caught up. Listen, there's been a lot going on in this first 10 minutes.
Yeah, there has.
It's not my fault. So we've been around this guy for a couple years now at various conferences. He is just a delight of a human being. A lot of fun to be around. So Scotty Rorek. I know his name, and I still messed it up.
Listen, it's an homage now. If you don't do it, it's an
I don't care. Yeah. If I don't mess up your name, it's just frankly not that important. So anyway, Trinity, let me tell you because I messed up the name.
Oh, well, it's really far from my name. That's why
I know. That's how important you are. So he's a psychic medium. He also investigates ghosts, and you may have seen him at some of these conferences in his delightful vehicle that looks very similar to the Ghostbusters car, which is amazing. So please just help me welcome Scotty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
I this is my stand-up background, so
it's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, did I ever tell you about? No.
Whatever you do,
like Mr. Rorek it's like Mr. Rorek from Fantasy Island. That's what.
Your suit is not nearly wide enough.
I know. TV show, hey, the plane, smile. My fine Corinthian leather.
That's two different people. You know what? I like the combo.
That's Ricardo Montalban. I got it. I got all the old. I'm so old. I understand what the 70s and 80s were. So,
well, listen. We can definitely attest to your appreciation of pop culture. Yeah. Being that when we saw you last time at Broadhead Manor, you had a game show going on, and you hit a microphone that was straight out of The Price is Right.
Yep, and the match game. It was a replica of a 1970s microphone, but it wouldn't hook up to the sound system correctly, so I just used it as the prop. It was
the perfect prop. And that is the only game show microphone that should ever be used in any sort of game show.
I agree. I agree. And then my prizes were, but I couldn't find any turtle wax. But I had rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat. So
you did indeed. Yeah.
Roni.
Yeah, and that's it. That's the show. That's all we're going to talk about.
Yeah. See you next week.
Yeah. Bye-bye. All right. So I was reading an article about you, and I read it something interesting. Yeah. No, I think it was a good one. I feel like it was. Also, I wrote it and made it up. So seems fine.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
So, but you have had sort of psychic abilities for a very long time, but they reemerged right around the same time as the first Ghostbusters came out. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that is accurate. That's kind of the whole big thing. I mean, when I was a kid, let's go back in our Wayback Machine, back into the 60s. That's when I was born. I'm like I said, I'm ancient. So, but anyway, the 60s were a time when I told people about spirits and talking to ghosts and stuff, and it wasn't very smart at that time. I mean, it's not that smart now, but it's a lot better now than it was in the 60s. And I mean, I was made fun of. I mean, it's really weird now. All the kids in school are in my class reunions. You know, we're doing 40 years class reunions and stuff, and they all go, man, I wish we would have talked to you about that back then, because I had this happen, I had this happen, I had this. I'm like, yeah, I wish you would have, because then I would have felt normal, and I wouldn't have felt like the stock of the school. And so so I did shut it off when I was in just right before middle school. And I said to Spirit, I said, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to pretend you're not here. I'm going to just walk away, and that's it. You know, we're going to call it quits. And it wasn't until I went to the University of Wisconsin at Oshkosh, and I went to school there for theater and television was my degrees in. So I was going to do radio or TV or something like that, you know. And so I started, and one day I'm working at the theater, because that's where my job was to pay for school too, was when I walk up in the middle of the afternoon, open the door, and there's a lady standing right in front of me. Well, she wasn't standing because she had no feet. She had no legs. She had no arms. But she was just standing there smiling at me. And I screamed. Oh, my God. I screamed, and I ran out of there. And all the kids in the classrooms were all around me. Were like, they came running out and going, what's going on? And I said, I just saw a ghost. And I went, oh, shit, Scott. You just came out to everyone again. I came right back out, but now we're in the 80s, and now it was really cool because the girls all gave me dates. I had my dance card was filled every night, and all the girls wanted to talk about ghosts and boards and all the fun stuff that was happening, you know, around school. So it was a cool time. And then Ghostbusters came out, and the exact same, well, very similar lady. She was in the movie Ghostbusters, and everyone said, isn't that what you just told us about?
Yeah.
And I said, and so I called up Dan and said, hey, you bastards steal my ideas. Give me credit. He did.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well, that's
rude.
But yeah, it was very similar. But then all of a sudden with that and me telling everybody about that and me finding stuff out, then there was no way of going back in and hiding after that. So then I've been out ever since. So.
Good. Don't go back in there.
No, I won't. I mean, but that's kind of what I do now, and that's kind of what my whole focus is to never ever let anyone that has that same feelings that I had. I don't want anyone to ever feel like that again. Have nobody to turn to. Nobody believes you. Nobody understands you. Nobody, you know, wants to talk with you. Everyone's calling you freak. Everyone's calling you, you know, the worst stuff. It was nasty. It was a nasty life, and now everybody makes fun of it. I mean, after 40 years, you know, oh yeah, you remember when you said that? I was like, yeah, should have believed me then, not now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, I'm the center of attention at every class reunion. It's like, I don't understand. What, you know, why did it change in 40 years? But then again, part of it was the Ghostbusters, because I've done paranormal conventions with Dan Aykroyd and with Ernie Hudson. Ernie and I did one in Chicago together, and his table was like right next to mine, and we were talking, and all day long people are coming up to Ernie telling him the ghost stories, just like we want everyone to come up and tell us, but they were telling Ernie, and Ernie finally turns to these people and goes, "Excuse me, I'm an actor. I am
playing pretend."
Yeah. And he goes, "I wouldn't ghost hunt if you paid me." He says, "Go talk to him. Go talk to him. He's the real Ghostbuster." I started crying.
Oh
my God, Ernie Hudson just called me a Ghostbuster. But then I've talked to Dan, because Dan's grandfather was a psychic medium, and he was a spiritualist, the same faith I'm in. So
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the spiritualist faith out of Lilydale, I guess is where it is now. But in the old days, it used to be here in Wisconsin where I am. It used to be out of Milwaukee. The Morris Pratt Institute taught all their pastors in Milwaukee. They used to have they had a Camp Waniwak here. It was bigger than Lilydale at the time, the one here in Wisconsin. So yeah, the spiritualist faith had a very big following here in Wisconsin. So.
Oh, who knew? Not me. Well, apparently Tressa knew.
Because Aunt told me about it.
Only more information that Tressa's keeping from me, but that's all right.
Yeah, no,
you don't need to know it all.
Yeah, moving on. So wait, is that kind of how? Because we talked to a lot of mediums, and the way that spirits come across to them is always so fascinating to me, right? Because some people hear voices, some people write, some people see just like flashes of pictures. Do you see like full on apparitions?
I do.
Okay.
And I hear clearly. They speak to me like we're speaking to each other tonight. It's just, and I mean, I've done a lot of practice, but I've also done ayahuasca. Ever hear of ayahuasca?
Oh yeah.
No, what's that?
Ayahuasca is
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you do know it? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Probably the coolest journey I have ever went on in my life. It was just amazing. Yeah, I mean, when I went, it was a 2-night journey, and the first
wait,
night.
Wait. 2-night journey, meaning you did it once every night, or it lasted that long?
No, once every night.
Okay, you just scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, I wouldn't. My wife, she ended up being in a lot longer than most people. She was down for probably close to 10 hours.
Oh my God.
That is a long time to be.
I was only under like somewhere at 5 or 6, but yeah.
Yeah.
Even that seems like a lot for how intense it is.
It's very intense. And I went into it like, oh, I'm a psychic medium. I'm good. Hey.
Listen, I talk to ghosts like no big thing.
I'm good. Everything's good. I'm going to be great. That night was the worst night of my life.
Oh no.
God, it was the worst effing night ever.
Well, obviously we want to hear about it.
Obviously.
Okay. So we take our dose and then we go under. It was funny because the group I did was out of Kentucky. He was the one that had that show on TV. Steve Huff. He had a show on, I don't know, some channel, I think on. Anyway, he ended up passing away here. So, he was a shaman on there that helped us. But anyway, that first night, so I go in and oh boy, I start seeing the gold, which everyone sees. The big whole production of the whole world, all the fractals, everything like moving and coming, and so you see the whole beginning. It's like, okay, here's the beginning.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm going, okay, it's gonna be good. But then it got nasty. They took away everything from me. They took away time. I didn't understand what time was anymore. I was trying to ask them about it, but it didn't make any sense to me. Time was nothing to me. I couldn't even tell you what a Monday meant. It just made no sense. Somebody says, you have to go to work on Monday? What? What's a Monday?
Tressa says the same thing. But
yeah, I do.
That's a little bit different. That's booze. But anyway.
What
I didn't say nothing. Anyway, that was my inside voice that came out.
Oh, I didn't even hear it.
Fine, go ahead.
And then so that was the first thing. Then they took away So they took away time, then they took away space and movement. So a room that normally looked like 1 foot, I was walking for an hour. And a room that was like an hour away, I was walking in a minute, so time was no longer, and space was no longer. I couldn't even figure out breathing. They took away breathing from me. And even though Steve was there, the shaman was talking with me, he kept saying, you're breathing because you have a CPAP on.
Oh.
I said, oh, yeah, I guess I am. And then he says, and you're talking. You have to be breathing.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was breathing. I mean, I didn't understand what my lungs were doing, what my body felt like, nothing.
I feel like I've had that experience where it's like, oh, no, this is good. I can feel the air coming in now, and then it's going out. So I know for a fact it's happening. I just don't know for a fact that it's happening.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
No, that's just daily.
All right. Now, who is they that you're referring to? Like they took away?
Okay. So since I've taken ayahuasca, Mother Ayahuasca, which is the essence of the medicine because it's a plant that the Peruvian shamans used. And during the whole night, and the second night, she came up to me and said, she goes, I wanted to tell you, Scotty, welcome home. And I went, the second night was much better, but we'll get to that in a second. But she said, welcome home. So ayahuasca, so it is a guided meditation. So it's spirits and guides and spirit guides, angels, anything you want to call them. But they're the souls from the other side that are working with you. And I call them like my team, like my
Wait. I'm so sorry. I got to ask this because I never even considered this. Does everyone meet with their guides when they're on ayahuasca, or is that just a specific to you?
Yes, everyone meets.
Oh. Okay, but can I not come home and like find you on ayahuasca?
Nope.
Can that not happen?
That is definitely going to happen.
Cool.
Never do it by yourself. So I'm going to give that one, please. And have somebody specific that knows the journey process, and that could be there.
What if? I'm just kidding. How about I have a really bad idea and do it the wrong way? I'm just kidding.
That's okay. Go ahead. You're going to be so effed up. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm in a goofy mood.
That's right. I'm very goofy, so everything's good.
Perfect.
But please, we've interrupted your story 1,000 times at this point.
First night, so I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden, I was out of my body. I got an out-of-body experience that night. And I'm sitting there looking at my body on the CPAP, laying on the air mattress, and I'm standing up here looking at myself. And I was like, But I couldn't believe it because I'm like any other psychic and medium, I have all the immune problems. I have arthritis. I have, you name it, I have it. So this was the first time in my life that I remember not feeling sore.
Oh.
It was like the best feeling of ever.
Wow.
But then the shaman came up to me and he says to me, he goes, hi, Scotty, I see you're having an out-of-body experience. I went, what? And he goes, it's just the same way you talk to spirits. It's the same way I can see your spirit. And your spirit is standing outside of your body. I said, yes, I am. Yeah, I know. I thought it that moment that solidified that shaman to me. He just understood me, 100%. Yeah. And then he looks at me, he goes, I bet you're feeling great. I said, yeah, I feel awesome. He goes, yeah, here's the bad news. You're going back into your body.
No.
No effing way. I was mad. I was peeved. He ended up grabbing another shaman, and they took my spirit and my body. It was kind of like that movie Ghosts. Remember that?
Yeah.
Where Whoopi Goldberg goes back into the body and goes like that. That's what it was. I felt this whoosh. And I'm back, and I wake up and I start screaming at them. I go, "What the hell did you guys do?" I was so mad. And then of course all the pain was back, everything was back. And he goes, that's what the other side is. At least you have something to look forward to.
Yes.
Yeah, but
I'm here again.
Yeah, I'm here. So
yeah.
and then so I was, but that night just was really bad. I mean, I didn't throw up either night, but everybody else was doing around me, you know, we were puking and releasing, and I didn't. But the second night was amazing in the fact, first of all, I wasn't going to do it.
Hold up, Scotty.
Yeah.
Scotty, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I want to hear about the second night right after this message.
For those of you naysayers, I want you to know how much I appreciate how many of you grabbed a hold of my small package after last week's show. It is out and available. You can get both of my books, The Other Side, A Guide to the Paranormal and Ghost Hunting, and my brand new book, Theater of the Mind, Tales from the Darkness. Both books are out. One, of course, kind of a how-to ghost hunt book, and the other story book of strange supernatural occurrences all around the world. You can get your hand on my small package by just ordering it right off of my website. You can go right to paranormal60.com, scroll down on the front page there, or go to the shop and scroll down and you'll see our book bundle. And I was so humbled by the fact of how many men put their hands on my small package at the end of last week's show and bought it. It was great. It made me feel loved and wanted. I'm not going to lie.
I felt kind of creepy after I touched the small package.
You should have.
I was like,
I need a compilation of all the responses after that commercial.
Seriously, though. Yeah.
Small package, yeah.
We'll get on that.
He talked about it at the game show last week too.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
He totally did.
All right, back to it. Let's hear more.
Anyway, so the second day, the morning, I wake up in the morning and I'm done. I'm ready to pack up and go home. So I ended up looking around for a hotel for the night because my wife wasn't going to go, my son wasn't going to go. I mean, with me, they were just going to the second night, and I was like, no way in hell. It wasn't until the exact moment before that second night we took the dose that I finally decided to stay.
Wait, after you took it, you're like,
yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay. So I took it, and then the second night was incredible. It was the best night of my life.
Tell us.
Yeah, so the second night I felt, and they showed me, so she came through and said, you know, welcome home. Mm-hmm. So we got other things to show you that you should remember. If you don't, here it comes. And so I spent the night with them, the other shamans from the other side, all relearning a lot of shamanic journeys and stuff like that. So I learned how to do past lives. I knew how to do. I knew how to do meet your spirit guides, and you know. So I went through all of this. They retaught me, and they taught me everything about love that night. I knew what unconditional love means. I knew that I wasn't doing it myself in my life, and that I was a jerk for not doing it. And then I had to change the way I do my life, and that's why I always talk about love now, because it's all about unconditional love. It's about that feeling that you should have had all your life, and that most people don't remember until they die, and then they live it. Why don't you live it now as a human, and become that love, become that understanding to people all the time? And so that was so incredible that second night. And then
make me cry.
And then I was walking around, and I was giving everybody love because that's what they wanted me to do individual sessions with everybody. I said, okay. So I'm doing those, walking around. Shaman comes up and he goes, oh, they're teaching you love tonight. I was like, how does he know? So it was good. It was really funny that and I kept telling him that. But yeah, and then after that, my psychic abilities and my mediumship abilities changed.
Okay.
When I first started, I always had to listen. You know, you had to listen, and I would teach people that you have to listen to spirit, and then tell exactly like you heard. You have to give that back exactly the same. You can't add your interpretation to it. You have to hear and say exactly the same. Now I don't say. I just let spirit do it to me, for me. And so it just comes, wow. And I don't even know what I'm saying, and I don't even remember most of my readings. It's because spirit just goes, wow. and I just let them come in and just speak. So a lot of people in my readings go, oh, that sounds like my grandma. I said, because it is your grandma, because she's speaking. I am not.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know if you watched Dave's show last night, but he talked about what you told him at Broadhead last night.
Oh, did he really?
He was really touched and impressed by what you had to say.
Well, thank you, and thank
Good
Dave.
thing none of the rest of us know.
Yeah, well, I wasn't good.
Well, watch his show. What? I'm not advertising.
I don't, just like a doctor, I don't tell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go running around. I don't run around. Oh, I had to sort for Dave and blah, 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 blah.
Right. Why would you? That would be weird, and it would feel like advertising.
It's personal.
Yes, exactly.
And if Dave wants to say it, then Dave wants to say it. And more power to him for that, because that's the healing that he needs. And that's the growth he needs is that understanding. Because I told him, I said, now I helped you open that channel between you and your dad. Now is your job. The rest of it is to continue working and building that.
Yeah.
Right. So moving on from that we're not going to talk about on the show because
that's I'm gonna go back and watch. That's cool. Thanks.
All right. So you said that it completely changed, and now you it just speaks right on through you. Does it happen? Yeah. Does it happen to you just when you're out and about, or do you sort of block all that off until you're ready to receive it?
I am in a space finally after all my work and practice, and because I say the only difference between me and any other medium is the fact that I practice all the time. I said that's the only way you can get to Carnegie Hall is to practice, so that's the only way I can get to Carnegie Hall is practice. So I do. There is a fine line, and you guys are actually one of the specials in my fine line, is because at 9:00 at night, Hogan's Heroes comes on MeTV. And I am here instead of watching Hogan's Heroes. So you guys have made the top of my list. See how much I praise, because you let me break Hogan's Heroes just for you.
Listen, that means so much. And I'm gonna.
But it's my break, because all spirits know they can talk to me anytime I wake up in the morning from 7:00 in the morning until I go to bed at Hogan's Heroes.
Do they have boundaries? Are they always talking to you all the time, or are they like, oh, he's eating lunch, he wants to be alone?
If it's between 7 and 9 p.m., they're talking to me.
Oh, wow.
It feels like that's not a good boundary.
I don't know. It works out for me. But at 9:00, when the Hogan's Heroes theme comes on, they know.
Like, oh,
no, he'll get pissy and he'll be all done. Yeah, but it's true. It works. But when I was a young kid let's go back way back machine, back into the 70s, so I'm like 5, 6 years old. One night I'm at home and the spirits would come in to my room. I used to live in this ranch, and I used to live last bedroom down on the left. And if I left my door open at night, spirits would come in and talk with me. One night I shut my door and nobody came in. I went, huh. So the next night I opened the door, and all of a sudden everybody's back and talking to me again. So I said, okay, let me try one more time. I shut the door and nobody came. And I kept my door shut for a couple of nights and nobody came. So I was like, oh, okay. So that's kind of a boundary that I found out that I had with spirit. And they understood it.
Very funny boundary for a ghost.
Isn't it?
Do you think it had more to do with like what was going on in your mind? Like, just because like maybe that had been established like in your childhood, like if you needed a timeout, like door was closed or something.
Right. And what was the door made out of specifically?
Was it candy?
Particle board, and it was hollow. It was a hollow inset particle board door.
Yep.
It was made in the 70s.
There you go.
That you could kick when you got mad, and it left big things in it.
Oh,
and,
yep.
Yep.
That's what the door was, yeah. It was white and beautiful.
Yeah.
Then my crayons were all over it. So.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So
wait, hold on. It's past 9 right now.
See?
But they have that boundary.
Yeah.
But you're not watching Hogan's Heroes.
Well, it's
are
on
they
in
all creeping? What's that?
It's on in the background, so it's actually here. So they know it's still going on, even though I'm talking to you.
Right.
Very nice. So no one's telling you all of Jeni's secrets then, is what you're saying?
Yeah. I got those when I saw you guys in Broadheads. So. It works a lot better in person than it does.
That's awkward. So do you think that door was created like in your head then, and that's
yes I do. Okay. And but it's the same idea though that I teach now to my students, is the fact there has to be some kind of boundary you set. You can't be open all the time. You can't be there. You can be as dumb as me with Hogan's Heroes, or you can actually have a door, whatever. But you have to set it so the spirits know what is your boundaries. If you want less time, okay, I'm only going to do 7 to noon, and then 5 to 9. That's the only time you can talk to me. Well, that's your time then, if that feels good to you. But to me, I don't care. I'm happy to have you all day. So let's go there and do it. But the thing is, that boundary is what's important to set.
Yeah. So I have a question, and it might be, well, it probably is going to be fairly obvious or something. But so you get spirits that talk to you and give you messages and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you make an effort to go find the people who those messages might be for, or do you just tune in when somebody's like in front of you to like those specific messages? Does that make sense? Does that question?
It makes definite sense. I don't seek out unless spirit. Okay, first of all, there's the difference between spirit and ghosts. So we'll go there. A spirit is someone who's passed and crossed all the way over.
Okay, and is like back for visitation.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody went to heaven but still coming back. Like my dad, he crossed over and he comes back all the time. Yeah, so that's somebody's crossed over. A ghost is someone who's died but hasn't crossed over.
Okay.
They're still here in the earth realm, and they're still the ones that have the earth emotions. So that's why they can be mad and pissy and all the other type of emotions, is because they still have them because they're still living here.
Okay. I feel like people tell me that and I read it and then I forget it by the next.
I was just about to say that exact same thing. So yeah. Fair.
So that's why, for paranormal investigators, is what I teach all the time. If you're feeling a spirit that's totally pissed off, then it's a ghost.
Okay.
But here's the other thing. So in readings, it's a little different. And now if you're a medium and you want to do readings with this, it's a little different, because if your dad was, can I swear on the show or no?
No, not so much.
Okay. If your dad was a jerk, see, I can say clean.
Yeah, that's good.
If your dad was a jerk and abused you and did all kinds of crap to you, then your first reading with him, he'll come through that way. Because if he came through the way he's now, understanding of love and stuff, you would have no idea who the hell I was talking about.
Yeah.
You would like, oh, that's not my dad. My dad would never would say that. Yeah, he wouldn't. But now that he's with God, of course he's going to.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
He's crossed over and he's of love and everything. Of course he's going to be that way. But he's still going to come across until you understand that it's really him.
Okay.
Is there a disclaimer? Is he in the dad situation? He's like, listen, I'm going to be who I was, a real jerk. But next time, I'm going to be real nice and let you know how much I love you. Yeah. Or is it just like a switch over?
No, it really is that way. And that's, as a medium, that's what I have to understand. I have to understand that he's, or first of all, I got to understand that he's crossed all the way over. And when that is the case, I know he's of love. So if he's trying to come across mean and stuff, I'm like, okay, not funny, but I'll take it because that's what you're in life.
Good joke.
Yeah, thanks. But the more, but see, that's unfortunately, a lot of mediums don't take time to figure all that out. They want to spend the time. They want to spend the time. Oh, the guy's a jerk, so he's the demon.
Right. Everybody settle down.
No. Go watch another show on whatever that station is. The one where he hits himself with a rake. Yeah, that guy.
Hey,
did you ever see him hit himself with a rake? I'm not saying his name, but
no.
There was a rake there, and he stepped on it, and the rake went out. It was like Three Stooges, I thought.
Are you talking about Sideshow Bob?
Or Wile E. Coyote?
if you want to call him that, yeah, that would be his name.
That was not meant disparaging to anyone. I don't know who you're talking about.
Vampire in Rhode Island?
A UFO crash in Connecticut?
A flying moose in Maine?
A haunted bridge that calls your name?
New England is weird.
Really weird.
Wicked Strange by Jeff Belanger and Frank Grace is your ticket to the bizarre. Ghosts, monsters, urban legends, and roadside oddities you won't believe until you see them.
So pre-order now on Amazon. It drops September 2nd.
Assuming the Black Dog of West Peak doesn't get you first.
Let's get strange.
Wicked Strange. Pre-order your copy now on Amazon.
Okay, that was a great segue. Tressa, well done. Well done.
There's a lot of weird stuff that happens in Wisconsin, so I'm not going to.
Wisconsin's wild.
Yeah, it's a weird place to be.
It is. It really is. I was really
Lots
surprised.
of Kurds.
Let's go
All
down
right.
Kurds away.
So after the rake thing, I don't even remember where we were at. Oh, we were talking about if you go look for people who get the messages.
So, like, I was at a theme park, and I had a spirit come up to me, and he was telling me, "Hey, you got to go talk to my cousin." I said, "I know I don't, but
I'm busy."
Yeah. I'm in line with him. He's walking by, and I'm like, "You guys talk to my cousin. He's right there. You got to tell him." And I said, "Okay." I said, "I'll give you a deal. I will talk to him if you can get him to say hi to me."
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Did it work? Did he do it?
Goes back and goes, "He won't listen to me." I said, and I don't know where he is in his. I said to the spirit, I really don't know where he is in his healing, his understanding, his acceptance of this. So why would I go after him if,
right?
You know, I mean, the other one that's on TV, when she comes into a grocery store, they go around to have everyone sign a waiver, and she gets the ones that she will only go to the ones that have waivers signed. So she can give a reading to them, which is a great way to do it. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, you need a PA that will go around having people sign waivers, and then you can do that.
Yeah, you don't want to blind
someone. Happy because but I don't want his cousin to come up and punch the heck out of me because he wasn't ready for this. He didn't understand it, and he doesn't know why this white guy is coming up to him to tell him about his cousin.
Right. Well, yeah, you also don't want to blindside somebody with grief.
Right. That's traumatizing. Some speaker comes up to you and tells you some really deep stuff. Oh, no, thank you.
My wife and I fight about this a lot because she always goes, "Why don't you go tell him?" No, I am not until they understand. Or that's why I always say, if they understand me or want to talk to me, then go right ahead. I'm open, and I will give you whatever I have. If you are under the assumption and want to talk to me about it, then great. But I'm not going to blindside anyone because somebody came to me and wanted me to speak to you.
No, that's rude.
Yeah. I'm like, no, that's not right.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
But yes, no, I don't go chasing because that's not right. But if I find out that somebody came to me because they saw somebody and that somebody, sure, I'll do it then. Or I'll help find missing persons.
Ooh, tell me about that.
I had one where I got called, and the only thing I can say is it was in Ohio. And they asked me where it was, and I said Ohio, and they said, "Yep, you're right." And I said, "So we're going to be cadaver dogs, right?" They go, "Yeah, we don't know if he's passed." I said, "He's passed, so we'll be cadaver dogs." And they asked me, "Okay, then go on a map and find it for us. We don't know where he is. Could be anywhere in the state of Ohio." I came back. I had a bridge, and I said, "He's right there at the bridge."
Yeah.
And they actually found him 1 mile from where I pointed. And it was because he was in the river and it flowed in that direction.
Yeah. So did they approach you for help with the case?
Yeah, it was somebody that knew me whose, I think it was cousin, friend, somebody like that, was missing.
Okay.
And they knew I understood this and I would do this, and they called me up and said, "Hey, can you help?" Sure, I'm going to help. But I said, I don't. My biggest thing is, if anyone has that wants me to help, make sure it's early, because I wanted to help somebody. I actually found somebody, one, and so I will give myself credit for that. I've only done like 6 cases, so it's not like, like some other guys have done thousands. I've only done 6 cases, and out of the 6, I didn't find one. I found all of them and one alive.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was a girl who was with somebody that she shouldn't have been, and the police would always call me, and I was a half hour behind. They get to the place where I tell them to go, and they got the description, and I gave them the descriptions, and they said, "Yeah, she was here a half hour ago." And it happened 3 times in a row. And I was so mad. I just went up to Spirit and I said, "What the living F are you doing to me?"
I know time does not exist for you guys, but it does down here. Can you help me out a little bit better?
Yeah.
I said, "Can we jump ahead an hour and you tell me where they're going?"
Yeah.
And so when I started talking that way, then we did, and we found that they were going to the Denver airport. And so I sent them to the Denver airport, and they found her.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was a good one. Yay.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yay.
But still, I'm happy that we found her and helped her get back to her parents. So that was good. The rest and one I didn't find because their body was in the ocean, and you're never going to find a body.
Yeah, you're not going to find someone.
No, that's gone.
No, that's gone. Yeah. So you won't find them there. So I was like, oh, okay. So, but all the other ones, we found their bodies. So.
I mean,
I'm getting the feeling you have a Brazilian amount of, sorry.
Brazilian.
I waxed down there, so I'm pretty good now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, thanks.
Smooth. I have a feeling you have a bunch of stories that you are just amazing. Do you have any that you don't get to tell that often that you really like?
Ooh, yeah. Good question, Tressa.
Oh, that's a good one. Now, I try to be as upfront with everybody. I mean, one I never talked to, and I need to, Richard, what's his last name? Estep?
Yeah.
He always does this stuff about Fox Hollow Farms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there at Fox Hollow Farms before he was.
Oh, really?
And I want to sit down with him someday and talk to him. So he helped me last year, right before I had my quadruple bypass surgery.
Yeah.
We were doing that paranormal, whatever show they do out there, and he was there with me, and we were doing the ghost hunt that night, and I was like, ooh, and I felt bad. He goes, "Sit down," and then less than a week later, I was in the hospital having surgery. So,
wow,
yeah. So I had
all. You in the hospital?
I was in the hospital for 3 months.
Estep put you in the hospital?
Yeah, it's his fault. But I ended up thanking him for helping me understand what was going on.
Yeah.
So I mean, my Widowmaker was 100% blocked. My other one was 100% blocked. My other one was 90, and my other one was 80.
How did you listen?
Right. That's what I said, and this is the story I want to tell, because somebody in the spirit world, or multiple spirits, did something that my doctor, who's rated like one of the best in the Midwest, because we have the University of Wisconsin at Madison, and so we go to UW Wisconsin hospitals, and he is ranked higher than anyone at the Mayo Clinic anywhere. I mean, he's one of the best heart surgeons ever. And I was like, yeah, I'll wait for him. Being scared and afraid, I'm like going, no, I want the best.
Yeah.
And I got the best. But he comes back, and a couple of days after, because I didn't remember much when I came back, he said, "You know why you didn't have a heart attack?" I said, "No." He said, your Widowmaker actually grew 3 little valves or veins itself and was pumping blood out of it to keep you enough alive until you had your surgery.
Like you were telling me that the other day, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
He goes, I've never, ever, ever heard of that.
Yeah.
The fact that man of all people has never even heard of that is insane.
It just doesn't happen. You just don't grow veins. He goes, it doesn't.
Well, apparently you specifically do.
Yeah.
I'm Palladian.
Good Lord, the human body is amazing.
It is. It's freaking incredible. But Spirit had to do something with it because they had to have me in their sights, because for that to happen and not to just block and kill you like most any other ones do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours just goes. So that's the one I like to say, because somebody on the other side, and none of them are taking credit for it, which they don't do.
Right.
You know, it's just not played that way, you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
But Fox Hollow Farms is another good one. So I went there, and unfortunately, they wanted me to be a cadaver dog, finding more of the bodies and pieces. Found a few, but.
Yeah, I saw his presentation in Missouri, SDEP's presentation.
I met Herb Baumeister, the Spirit. He's a jerk.
What?
Yeah, he's still a jerk because he hasn't crossed over. And he's keeping a lot of the spirit of the men he killed there.
That's not fair. That shouldn't be something that should happen. No,
but it does, because we all have free will, and if we believe we're crap, we're not going to cross over.
Yeah.
Or if we believe that there is no other side and we're going to be judged beforehand and sent to hell, then we're not going to cross over, even though there is no hell and there is no that type of judgment. But
hypothetically, what if we believe that we will cross over and there is no hell, but also that we are crap? What happens?
Well, I believe I'm crap myself, so you know.
Good Lord.
Hypothetically,
you'll still cross over, but once you get over, then you'll understand what love is, because the spirits from the other side, not the ghosts, spirits from the other side, will treat you well and give you the love that you always should have had, and people should have respected you the way they wanted to. So in the end, you're going to grow, and you're going to be stronger and healthier for your next life.
What?
Yep.
No. What now? There's going to be 1,000 hypotheticals.
Yeah, come on, bring them on. I got answers.
All right, what's your next?
What I was going to say is, what a delightful way to end this episode, you jerks.
Scotty, please tell us what you've got going on coming up and all of that, and where to find you. I
am actually at the Palmer House this weekend.
Oh.
Starting Friday night and Saturday night, I'm doing with Tim Miley. We're doing a Autographs for Pooches event at the Palmer House. Tim Dennis, you guys know Tim.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Tim, and myself for the weekend. So we're doing panel discussions at night. We're doing ghost hunts, and then we're going to meet and sing karaoke at the bar. So
that's fantastic. Now, are you going to be at the Great Lakes Paracon this year?
I am not.
Oh, no.
No. I'm in town, so if you guys are in town, let me know.
Right on.
For sure. Keep being that much.
Yeah. But no, and then right now we're done with doing most of our ghost hunts as cosplay with our Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Which we do. So we do that a lot.
For the season? You mean?
No, just for the time, because we're very busy during the 4th. We do a lot of parades, and then we do a lot of stuff coming around in the fall. So
nice.
Hiatus, if you will.
Yeah, but yeah, come out to the Palmer House this weekend.
Yes, everybody go to the Palmer House. It's fantastic there, I hear.
We have 7 tickets left, and then we're sold out. So it's going to be a great weekend.
Yeah.
And where can people find you?
Anything with Scotty Rorek. You see my name right there? Just spell it that way. On you name it, from whatever that new thing is, blue sky, blue tarp, blue, whatever.
I don't know.
Anything from that on, you just go to any social media, type Scotty Rorek, and that's me, or somebody thinking like to be me and telling you to take readings from me. And I don't solicit like that. So if you ever get something like that, that's not me.
Oh yeah, no, and listen, everybody, if you get an email or a text or whatever from someone offering a reading, that's not real. You have to contact those people.
Yeah.
I felt like I had a question, but I don't think I do.
Oh,
Scotty, this is a pleasure.
Yeah, it really
was.
This
is my first time.
I know.
I know.
Stick around for a couple of minutes after the end here, so we can say good night and everything. Meanwhile, this upcoming weekend, I'm going to be at the Bigfoot Minicon.
Oh yeah, that's
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yeah, that looked really cool.
Yeah. So if anybody happens to see me, say hello, please. That would be delightful. Yeah, and then I'm going to hang out in Mammoth Cave and find out all kinds of cool stuff.
Mammoth Cave is amazing.
Right? I'm so excited.
Coolest place in the world. I love it.
So excited. I hope you have a good time.
Okay.
Again, thank you so much for joining us, everybody else. Check out our socials. Go to monstersloungepodcast.com. Email us or check out our links or our merch or whatever. And it was so lovely that you came to join us, and thanks again for joining us. I'm trying. I'm struggling.
I love it. I love it so much.
The Monsters Lounge.